Okay, I made this video just basically for myself, but I thought somebody might find it interesting. I'm running MVS in the Hercules emulator, and this is my workflow when I want to develop programs. I know a lot of old timers like to use the 3270 screen that's over here on the right. It's okay, and I just prefer to use what's local on my host operating system, which is Linux. Anywho, this is the way I do it. I enjoyed when I first started getting into the emulation. I enjoyed seeing the 3270. I enjoyed seeing the IBM logos pop up. It was really cool. The main reason I can think someone might prefer the 3270 ISPF style editor is if they recently came from that environment. Under ZOS, I just recently read that the editor is technically called ISR edit. I mean, if I really liked non-GUI editing, then I'd still rather code locally than on the 3270, maybe using the Linux VI or Vim editor, which would still be a more powerful editor in my humble opinion. But to each his own. So this is the way I got my system set up. For this example, I've got my input over here, which is my programs. I got my printer over here. This is the output. The MVS console and the 3270 screen over here, if I need that. There's some cool utilities in the 3270 ISPF menus over here. Some really cool stuff that's still nice to get to. But anyway, by keeping my stuff local, it's something I'm familiar with. Like I can have subdirectories. Like I got up here MVS, and then I got a COBOL subdirectory which has a bunch of COBOL programs. Have an assembler subdirectory which has some assembler programs. I got a JCL directory which is basically utilities. And see, another nice thing you can see is I can have long file names. Of course, when they're running on MVS, they're still limited to the 8 characters, but over here, these are all IEB print punch utilities, but you can see I can be specific with them because of the long file names on Linux. Anyway, I'll give you an example how I would work on a COBOL program. This is the Prime Cob 1 that's provided with MVS. And as you can see, it brings up Visual Studio Code in my case. You can open it with any text editor that you wanna, but it's just defaults to this one. And you can see because of the extensions I have, it's got highlighting and colors and nice things over here. So anyway, you write your program over here, you get it the way you like it. Then what I have is basically all you need a device in it. Well, let me show you what I got this little program I wrote. A little Python program. It's called 2herc. I'll just use command recall. So you type in 2herc and then the name of your program, and you hit enter. And what it does is it builds the command that you need to paste into Hercules. It just makes it easier. For me, I've got 2herc installed into the system, so I can run it anywhere. So basically now I just come over to my console, right click here, paste, and that's all you need. You don't need the script that I have, and it creates this device init with my local program. It builds all the paths and everything. So just hit enter, and it's already done. You can see it ended, it started, and it ended. It ran really quick. So I can come back over here, and what it does is if your program has in the job card, if you have Class A message class A, it spools it back to your local printer in your TK4 in your TK4 environment. So it's in my TK4 environment. There's a print PRT subdirectory, and what it does is it just appends. It just keeps appending. You can see that. Oh, I should cancel that MF1 because that just keeps running. But let's go back here. You can see this is 732. I've ran this before. If I go to the end, you can see there's the end. What it does is it just keeps appending these listings one after another. So I've got another program I wrote, another Python program. It's called parse job. You can see it's right there. I didn't have to install it anywhere. This is the only place. I just run it right out of the print directory. So I just do parse job, and that fast, it's already done. It went through all those listings and separated them out. So it's in the 00. It also created a 00. It created these subdirectories, job 00e, job 00f. So if you click the job 00e, you can see the last one I just ran, which is over here 732. And there it is, extracted all to itself. What I made a little change to the program because the output was a little tiny change here to fix the alignment, because the printout was like kind of all scrambled. So anyway, there's all the prime numbers from 1 to 10,000 or something like that. So anyway, that's my workflow. I like to develop over here. And if there was a problem with your program, you don't even have to rerun this. You just make your change over here, whatever change you make. You don't even need to rerun this thing, because it will remember. Hercules remembers your last command. So if I just hit up arrow, there it is again. It's already there. So I just hit enter. Now it's 733. If I had made a change, I rerun this to parse my job, and you can see it just popped up there, 733. In this case, I didn't change anything, so it's the same thing. But if you did change, if you had errors, you could fix them and just come back here. As you can see, that's on column 121. So you have so many on this system. You got so much more room locally on Linux for your columns on your listings. Not only your listings, but data sets. If you have a long data set, it's nice to be able to look at it like that with the expanded length that you have available on a modern system like this. So it's nice to be able to have your files broken out like that.